So first off, what is a production designer? What is our
So yeah, a loaded question there. You'll get a different answer, slightly different from anyone you talk to. So on smaller commercial and like smaller features, sometimes the line's a little blurred between production designer and art director. Often on smaller features, it's just an art director. You won't hear the production designer title. But what it mainly you lead art in every category. On a feature film, you are the bridge of the art department to the director. You usually work very closely to the director hand in hand. You are creating the vision of the story. And depending on what kind of director you work with, depends on how much creative control you have. Sometimes I've worked with a director that has a very specific vision, and then it's your job to take that out of his brain and put it on the screen exactly how he wants it. And then I've had my preference, which I like a lot, is when you work with a director who's more technical, and he'll give you a baseline, and then you build the world. But yeah, you are in charge of every visual aspect. And then on big features, when you have an art director, that art director is...
I was just correct your...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because your hair got poofed up.
Okay.
Yeah, just bring it over the top.
No problem.
Make sure you look great.
Yeah, better. Thank you. If you work on a bigger feature, usually there's a production designer and an art director. Your art director is like your second in command. They're more in charge of your art department, and you talk to them, making sure that they are taking care of all your visions. And they also take care of a little bit more of the business side of things while you're focusing fully on creative.
So I want to go back a little bit to where you said is your preferred style. Mm-hmm. And that is like, walk me through that. Where is your inspiration and creative process really start to come into effect?
Oh, yeah. So I get a lot of my visuals from right when I get a script from the director. I'll read it, and the visions will start, but I work a lot with music. I'll turn music on, I'll just listen to it, and knowing the script, I'll start piecing together a world. And that's really the first couple steps, being a production designer too. When you start building this world, a lot of research, especially as Wolf Hound, the one feature film that I worked on. It's a period piece, World War II film, and that was extensive research.
So how do you start research for a project like that? Because I mean, World War II, there's so many films that are set in that period. Is that where you start, or do you just look at like photo books, photo albums?
So honestly, when I first started on that film specifically, I just started reading a lot just on everything from what started it and all the way to the end. It was a lot of reading, a lot of online research, but then also, like you said, movies for sure. Not only for the feel, but the overall aesthetic. You kind of pull a lot from it. You know, what works, what doesn't. And I do that with a lot of films. I'll watch a lot of films, and you kind of keep in the back of your mind things that you thought worked, and you often make notes on what you would have done differently, and it helps you in films in the future.